Hello everybody! Welcome back to my page. I'm Laura with Chocolate Designs. Say hello when you jump on. Hit that heart button for me to let me know that you are here and that you're watching. And in just a second, I'm going to have a keyword for you to type in. When you type in that keyword, you're going to get a supply list with links and all the things to recreate this project that I'm doing tonight, minus one thing that I forgot to put in there. But we'll talk about that. All right, let's see if I can get this thing to pull up here on Facebook so I can link my video and then I can say hello to all of my friends. There we go. All right, the keyword for tonight is torch. T-O-R-C-H, torch. Type torch in the comments. Grab that cart link. And let me show you guys real quick what we're working with as soon as I say hello to everybody. Oh my goodness. Look at all you guys jumping on so fast. What did I just do? Oh my gosh. Facebook. There's always something, you guys. Oh my, oh my. I don't want it as a reel. I want it as my video. Hi, Karen. Hello, Dottie. Hi, Denise. Hello, Wendy. Oh no, Facebook. I want it as a video, not as a reel. Then I can't see comments scrolling. Hello, Diana. No, Facebook, no. Why do you do this stuff to me? All right, you guys, let me show you what we're doing tonight. This is a board that I picked up on clearance at Hobby Lobby quite some time ago. I honestly don't know exactly when I got this. It's been a while, but it was regularly $19.99, and I got it for just $4.99, which was a steal for something like this. It's still only giving me reels. Y'all, Facebook is going to be wonky with me today, apparently. And I may have a problem with the comments, which is insane. Why does it always have to change things up? Because it's making me do a few more and it's not doing live comments. Ah! Hello, you guys. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on, but it's not letting me see live comments as they're coming through. I'm having to click to see more comments. That's insane. All right, I'm going to try to go back out in just a little bit and come back in and see if that'll help at all. But I picked this up at Hobby Lobby quite a while ago. It is just a wooden tray. And I'll be quite honest with you guys, I hate the color. I love all the things that are like rustic and that, but I do not like the color of this particular board. So we're going to change all of that tonight. And I'm going to show you guys... well, we're going to try to mix some stains and see what we can make happen. Now, just before I came on, I finally looked underneath this, and I thought I was going to take the handles off, but the pieces that I need to be able to take this off, the actual bits to take these handles off is all the way out in my shed, and I didn't have time to go grab them because I didn't think about it until way too late. Oh my gosh, please, 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 let me just have the video, Facebook, not the reel. Facebook change. Is this happening to everybody? Gosh, I hope not. Hi, Victoria. Hello, Dale and Ray. Hello, Carol and Crystal. A lot of crafters are having this problem today. Oh, my goodness. Hi, Corey. Hi, Carol. Oh, now they're coming through. Hi, Linda. Maybe you just have to get past the first few minutes so it's no longer a reel. It's actually a live video. I don't know. All right. So, you guys, we're going to start off today, first of all, by protecting our surface, because we want to make sure that we do this, especially with a stain. I know, right, Pam? Right? Sad face to Facebook. The changes that you're making are not helpful. Bad news blues for all of the Facebook changes lately. Hello, everybody. All right, now I'm seeing stuff come through. Hey, Vicky, I apologize if I didn't say hello to you and I didn't see your name when things weren't scrolling yet. So sorry for that. All right, so here we go. Hi, Barbara. I'm going to go ahead and use a stain that used to be on my site, but is no longer on my site. You can still get it, though, because it's sold by Dixie Belle. And I did check their website. It is still available on their website. I just no longer have it on my website. Cannot put an emoji in the comments. Oh, my gosh. All sorts of bad news blues for Facebook right now. Okay, good. I'm glad I'm back. So we're going to open this up. Now, this is a gel-based stain. that we're going to start off with first. This one's in the color Walnut. We do have 2 other finishes that are still available on my site. If you guys want a different finish, this was my favorite one. You see, that's a great tray. I know, right? And for only $5, wait till you see what I do with it, though. It's going to look awesome. So the great thing about this gel stain, first of all, this is still oil-based, so you do want to be careful with it. But it's not as potent of a smell as your other stains might be. Now I want to see if I can find my gloves. Yeah, right here. Here they are. I'm going to put on some gloves, though, just to be sure that I don't wreck this beautiful new nail job that I just had done. No, you can't torch with this, but you can torch over it. I'm going to show you the whole project, Terry, and we're going to see how it all turns out once we're done with it. Hi, Dee Dee. Because I've got a couple of ideas. So I am going to put some gloves on, and I've got some little, some rags over here that we're going to use to do this. But I just want to make sure that my nails don't get all nasty. Hi, Margie. How are you doing? Hi to all of my friends as you guys are jumping on. Ooh, I think I might even cut this in half. Yeah, I don't think that I need it quite that big. And then I can use this one for both of them. This is just, you guys, a plain white. I buy these really, really, really cheap washcloths. And these are, the white ones are my cleaning ones. You love the torch paste. You use it all the time. Awesome. Well, hopefully you love how I do the finish on here before we do the torch paste, okay? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just dip this right in here. Like I said, this is an oil-based stain. I'm going to try to go around the handles as best as I can. And we're just going to stain this board and give it a little bit darker of a finish. This is more my style. This is the walnut one. I just love, love, love this particular stain. I think it looks so much better being that dark color. And I'm just wiping it in. And the more I wipe in certain areas, the darker it's going to get. Hi, Donna. And just letting all of that wood just kind of absorb all of that gorgeous color. And like I said, this does still have an odor. If you're sensitive to odors, then I would recommend doing this outside. But you guys, it's too dark outside for me to go live. So I do everything in my craft room, no matter how smelly, no matter how much it sets off my smoke detectors. I just do whatever I do here. Absolutely love this stain. I have no idea why selling, probably didn't sell a ton of it because the cans are extremely big. This will probably last me a lifetime. But the color is fantastic. Love, love, love how it just turns out this really dark, rich wood, which I personally think is perfect for autumn. You guys, I do want to bring attention to something that's on my page right now. Hi, Florine. I do know that I try to keep my page as positive as possible and lighthearted and fun and joking and all of that kind of stuff. But there is something very, very serious going on right now as we speak. If you guys remember last night on my live, and I told you guys a little bit about my friends L and A, right? My 2 best friends from high school, L and A. And I was telling you the story about when we went to A's apartment and she found out that she was pregnant for the first time with her oldest daughter. And one of her younger daughters has been missing since Saturday. And that friend, I announced it on there. Her name is Angel. I'm doing all right. Thanks, Kim. Her name is Angel. Her daughter's name is Victoria, and she's been missing since Saturday. They still live in my hometown. And I posted on my page. I'd really love it if all of you guys, either now or after my live, would go on there and just sprinkle out that video to all, or out that flyer to all your friends and your family, in hopes that they will also sprinkle that out to even more people. And maybe somebody knows where she's at or will spot her and get her back to her mom and dad. Thank you so much, Carol. Thank you so much. You guys, all the prayers. Her name is Victoria Thompson. And, yes, she's only 16. It's just raw wood, Jackie. This is just raw wood that I'm staining. There was no kind of finish on this at all. Thank you guys, all of you guys who did share that out already. We want to get her back to her family. And they have been through a lot. That family has been through a lot with their kids. They've got one who went through cancer a while back. And so they've been through a lot. Hi, Mary Jo. All right, I do think that I want to flip this over and go ahead and stain the bottom too. Thank you so much. Definitely, please send prayers, you guys. Y'all know we believe in the power of prayer around here, and that the more people who gather together, the more your prayers are going to be answered, right? So let's get that little girl home. Thank you so much. All right, you guys, here we go. We're going to get all of this done. I will keep you guys updated as I hear anything, and I'm going to personally reach out to Angel tomorrow in hopes that she will also kind of keep me updated on what's going on. Or maybe I'll reach out to Elle. Maybe she doesn't need both of us blowing up her phones with everybody else as well. But y'all, it's the scariest thing in the world. Ray had her second eye surgery today. It was more intense today, but she's doing good. Oh, good. I'm so glad you're doing good, Ray. Couldn't imagine if my eyes were done. Hi, Julie. Hi, Donna. Thank you guys so much for all your prayers. I really, really, really appreciate it. The family are the Thompsons. The mom is Angel. The dad is Gail. They've been together since high school. High school sweethearts. And she's also missing with her dog. Her dog is gone too. So hopefully they find them both safe and sound. All right. Almost done with this part. And this should dry and soak in here really, really fast. Thank you, everyone. Hi, Kim. Because this was raw wood, that should really soak in pretty quickly. But look at that color change, you guys. Do you love this dark wood? The dark wood color? That's my favorite. It's my favorite. I just feel like it looks so rich and very, very cozy, especially for this time of year. All right, I hope I didn't miss any spots because I'm about to throw my rag away. Yes, they sure are. Always amazed at what you do. Pays for... I want to go up and see the rest of your comment, but I'm afraid to touch my mouse. I got it from Hobby Lobby. Tough year for a teenager. Always amazed at what you do. Praise for everyone. Absolutely. Grandson is special. Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much, Jackie. All right, let's go ahead and just kind of buff this in here a little bit. Make sure I don't have any areas that are thick. Yeah, we have an awesome, awesome, awesome team of prayer warriors here. And a lot of you guys have testified to... Gosh, I don't think I've ever had anybody who came on here with a bad outcome after we all gathered together and prayed for somebody. I really, really don't. So, you know, I think with all of you guys and everybody else praying for this family, everything's going to be just fine. And they're going to find out that she went to stay with a friend and didn't want to call her mom and dad or something. I don't know. Torch is the key word for tonight. All right, you guys, we've done that. We've got it all colored now in the color that I want it. I think it looks gorgeous. In that color. I'm going to hit this a little bit, though, with my dryer, just to try to set that in a little bit more, even though it soaked into that wood really, really fast. Mona's in the house! You really like the cherry stain? I might have to get that one. I didn't get the cherry. I got the walnut first because they're such big, big, big pieces. I mean, big jars that I was like, I will never go through all that much. And I had already bought a whole bunch of other stain before they released that onto our site. And I just don't do a whole lot of crafting outside my house. And the other stains smell so potent. You stained it all walnut because it was gorgeous. I love that. Thank you so much, Erlene. All right, you guys, here we go. Now what I'm going to attempt to do, I have not tried this yet. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't. But I'm going to attempt to put another layer of stain over top of this and see what happens. Thank you, Karen. So this right here is our voodoo stain, and it's called Au Naturel. And it is a really, really, really light color, but it's also very, very pretty. Hi, Joy. Hopefully I didn't just get stain on my sweatshirt. And so my hopes in doing this is that I can create like a whitewash almost over top of this color. But I'm also going to grab out a rag here so I can completely wipe it off in some areas. I got this tray at Hobby Lobby in the clearance section. Thank you so much, Linda. So let's just try this out. Actually, I think I'm going to put the stain right on the rag first. I think that this is going to look amazing. I think we're going to love how this turns out. Well, it's opened. There's just a dry spot on top. Okay, we got it. We got it. So this is actually a water-based stain, where the other one was a gel-based stain. I hope so too, Kim. Yeah. And so my hope is that I can put this stain right over top of that other stain. And I don't want to get the entire thing on there. And just kind of whitewash this in most spots, okay? Don't yell at me yet, you guys. Don't yell at me yet. I have an idea, and if I ruin this, well, then I'll just, I don't know, fix it. Somehow. I will figure it out. I will fix it. And I'm also trying to stay with the grain of the wood on here, okay? All right, here we go. We're going to start to wipe it back off. And I'm kind of rubbing a little bit harder in some spots than I am in others. Oh my goodness, y'all. I'm itchy now. Thank you so much for the prayer. I want to get this all to the edge of that one spot there, as much as I possibly can. And I wish those handles weren't on there. That would make things a lot easier for me right now. All right. I don't want it to be like all the same color. Thank you so much, everybody who's sending prayers right now. But I do want it to go all the way to the edge here, where we've got this little dip down, with at least a little bit. And again, trying to stay with the grain of the wood. All right, y'all. Almost got another $50. Oh my gosh, Carol, how do you get them so fast? I don't even understand. All right, so this is a water-based stain. So I'm going to go ahead and grab one of these little wet wipes here. And these are really, really wet. I don't think I want it quite that wet. Kim, trust the process, okay? Trust the process. Trust the process. All right, I'm going to grab these right here. That's exactly what I want to do. I've got a little piece of just, this is a Clorox wipe, y'all. And I'm just taking that Clorox wipe and in spots, just kind of wiping it away. and leaving just the center of it as much as possible with that gorgeous white area, okay? Oh my gosh, Carol. I don't even have time to go through all of that stuff. I'll tell you what, I'm so scatterbrained now with everything that's been going on that I forgot that I placed a grocery order this morning, and it sat at the store for 2 hours after they sent me a message that said it was ready. And then I finally remembered about it, and I went and picked it up. I want to come over here and get this side real quick. Trust the process, you guys. Trust the process. And I'm even bringing out some of that original too. I'm getting some of that, like all of the stain off of it in some places. And just kind of making this multicolored. Let's grab the other one. It's a little wetter. Yes, trust the process. Trust the process. Just to get some different shading in here. I like how it looks, you guys, with the lighter right there. Just makes it a little bit more weathered, I think. What are you guys thinking? Do you love that? Oh, thank you, Carol. And you, of course, can wipe away as much as you want to or leave as much as you want to. But I think having that little bit of white on there is going to make the next part of this look that much better. Okay, what do you guys think? What do you guys think with that extra little bit of... I think it looks fantastic. Let's see here. I'm going to go over it one more time just to kind of blend those spots together a little bit. I think that looks great. Hello, Tony. All right. So we've mixed our two stains. We've got that a little bit whiter there in the middle. And the reason that I wanted to do that, not only to add a little bit more, I don't know, something different texture to it. Not texture. Just a different appearance to it, right? So it's not like every other one, it's just plain wood stained. But also having that whiter on there is going to make the next step pop that much more because it's got a dark stain underneath, okay? So let's go ahead and dry this up as much as we can. Thank you. Really want to make sure that I get that good and dry. Y'all see that? I think it looks fantastic. Somehow there's an A in there. It just appeared. Looks more vintage, yes. Hi, Nina. There's like an A scratched in there somehow. I don't know how. All right, I got it all stained up now. Much better, in my opinion, from what it originally was when I first got it out. Now, I have a transfer that I absolutely love that I think is going to look fantastic on here. And we're going to get out our fuzzing cloth. Make sure it's fuzzed really, really well. But let me show you guys this transfer. It is gorgeous. It's a B-size transfer, and it's fabulous for Thanksgiving. Now, one thing that I don't know, because I haven't tried yet, is how well torch paste will work with really, really intricate designs, okay? I haven't tried that yet. Everything that I've done so far with torch paste has been bigger ones. You're right, Carol. Where it got scratched is probably why it was on clearance. You might be right about that. You might be. All right, so we're going to give this... It's a Ouija board. What? All right, so these are reusable silkscreen transfers if you're new to my taste. new to my page, not my paste. They're sticky on the back. They can be reused over and over and over again. All you got to do is wash them off and then let them dry. And you can put them back on their backer sheet and reuse them time and time and time again. Okay. Most of the time you would use these with paste and with ink. But there are a few exceptions to other things that you can use with these transfers. One of them being a torch paste. I know. Hold on, Kathy. I'm going to show you what torch paste is, because it's really, really cool if you haven't seen this stuff before. However, I will tell you, I did have to remove the smoke detector in this room for tonight because it will get really hot in here and my smoke detector has gone off before. I do recommend doing this outside. It does let off a little bit of an odor and some fumes, and I'll probably be high from doing this project still tomorrow, but it'll be totally worth it. And that's all that matters. You guys, I also do, I just said the word tomorrow, so I'm going to, my segue in. There is a chance that I might not be live tomorrow. And I hate to tell you guys that. I do not want to take the night off, but I did get an email this morning from my internet company. They are putting in the fiber 5G cables and all that stuff in my area. And they have let us know that it's possible that our entire area, or my house is one of them, will be without internet for over 24 hours starting tomorrow. Without internet, I cannot go live, y'all. So hopefully they're wrong. Hopefully they have it turned back on in time. But I might just be packaging napkins tomorrow. Oh no, darling, I'm sorry. Me a lucky duck, huh? Not really. I have so much to do. All right, we're going to put this right down on there. I think I've got that pretty well centered. And it's got those gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous pumpkins. So, I've got a lot of stuff I want to spray paint too. I'm going to grab some painter's tape just to be sure that I don't accidentally get this etching cream in the wrong space. And to be sure that this painter's tape easily comes off of my transfer, we're going to fuzz our tape. It's just going to make it that much easier for it to pull up once we're done with the project, to have some fuzz on the tape and let it be a little less sticky than what it was before. I can't do my live outside because it's already dark here by the time I go live. And there's no space in my garage, y'all. There's just not. This is just going to give me a little bit of extra room to be able to not make errors, since the etched pumpkins kind of go right to the edge of our transfer here. Please say hi as you guys are jumping on. Hit that heart button for me, you guys, and type the word etched. Etched. Is it etched or etched? Which one worked? Etched. I think it's etched. They're coming along slowly. Last week was getting the kids back to school. We helped our friends move over the weekend. And then my aunt wanted to take me out to lunch today for my birthday. Yeah. And then there's still, I don't need to wax. No. Nope. Not with this, because this particular board is extremely, extremely porous. And you wax so that your paste, you wax so that, why do you wax? I'm losing my mind. To protect your surface. And so that your, yeah, why do we wax? Y'all, I'm losing it. I'm losing it tonight. We're good, though. We don't need to wax. Hold on a second. The torch is coming. Is it torch or torched? It's one of them. You guys, I don't even remember what I did. Is it? No, it's torch. Did I say etched? Oh my gosh, torch is the keyword. Holy cow, you guys. I am losing it. Holy cow. Oh yeah, so it doesn't stick to the paint. Y'all should just take over because I need to sleep. Torch is the keyword, or torched. I am losing my mind. Okay, here we go. I'm tired. I'm drinking too much of my fancy water. Yeah. Oh, look at that. And I just grabbed a squeegee that's too big to fit in my torch paste. So this is torch paste, you guys, and you can definitely use this in your transfers. It's water soluble. It'll rinse off just like our paste will, and it's not going to harm your transfers whatsoever. So we're just going to dip our squeegee right in here. Thank you. You wax so that the transfer doesn't pull up the paint, but since this has been stained, your transfer is not going to pull up the stain. Torch. Oh, you guys, thank you. So we're going to lay this right through this transfer just like we would any other paste that we've got. And any place that you see the teal is not going to allow that torch paste to go through. See, I'm thinking the etching cream is the other thing that you can use in the transfers. This, however, is torch paste. All right. So it's similar to our chalk paste. However, this is not going to be a color. It's just going to be clear on this, or orange. And it, like I said, it's only going to go through where that silk screen is at. And hopefully it works on such an intricate, detailed design. You guys can see why I put the tape down there. I got some of this torch paste on the tape. If I would have had that on the board, that would not have been good. And again, we're just going to come through and squeegee off all of that excess torch paste and put it right back in our jar. You love using it? Me too. I love using it. I just wish that I had more time to craft during the day so I could do more stuff like this. And I've got a ton of stuff that I want to get painted before it gets too cold outside. And I want to paint it with spray paint. All right. Thank you. I think it's going to be beautiful too. This is not from CC. No, you can get this on Amazon. And if you type the word torch in the comments right now, then the link to that is in there, okay? The link to my affiliate Amazon link to torch paste is in that cart link, is in the supply list. All right, I'm laying down my towel. We're going to first take off the tape. You guys do not leave your tape on your transfer any longer than you have to, because like with anything else, it is sticky, and the longer your adhesiveness is on something, the more it's going to stay stuck to it. So you don't want to leave your tape on any longer than you have to. Pull this off first. See, and it already started to rip my transfer a little bit. Just a little bit right there. It caught a little peach fuzz on my transfer and ripped it just a smidge. All right. Here we go. We're going to lift this up carefully. And just kind of give it a wiggle. And this is going to release the transfer. And you'll be able to see that there's torch paste everywhere where we had silkscreen on our transfer, okay? Now you can barely see it. You can barely see it. I'm going to spray this down immediately. And this stuff too. Just to be sure that that comes out, because this is going to be gorgeous. Now you guys, you can barely see it. You keep your paste in the fridge? I do not keep my paste in the fridge. I don't have room in my fridge. We're a family of 4. All right, can you guys see the design on there? You can. It's beautiful just like that, but that's not the way you want to leave it. That's not all that there is to this. There is so much more to this. Oh, that's beautiful. All right, so the next thing that I need to do now is I have to grab a heat gun. And this heat gun has got to be one that's very, very, very powerful. I don't have one that's powerful enough. It needs to be an actual heat gun, okay? It needs to get hot, hot, hot. So I borrowed this one from John. This is a good one. This is a really good one. I bought a different one, and it's somewhere down here where I can't even reach it because it doesn't get hot enough, and I've tried it before. So we're going to turn the power on this. And I have this set to 850 degrees. You need it to be hot. Hot, hot, hot. Okay? And we're just going to keep moving this around right on that torch paste. And it's going to torch the wood only where the paste is located. The key word is torch. Torch. Now don't stop until it turns black. If you stop prematurely, then it's just going to be like an orange color and it's not fully done yet. This thing is actually pretty quiet. I don't think that I have it sped up enough. Oh, let's turn it on high. It might get loud, you guys, but it'll work faster. Well, it just... No!